All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Let's go. That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want none. They don't want none of this. Oh, I got him.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
All right, now, lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Detroit.
On play action, they'll throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Bengals. And even 40 yards. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Akeem Hunt now to return. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ohio! Here we go! Red 38! Red 38!
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Ohio!
On 2nd down, Dobbs. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On first down, Dobbs to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Let's go! What?
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Goes underneath for Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Dobbs. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Flex round!
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Green's got it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll look to throw. And able to find Green. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Back to throw here. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
He'll get it up the middle. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. You got 4. You got 4. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Here's a run with Mixon, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
You got 4. You got 4 down. 4 down.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. And Bullock will put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he powers his way up past the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he stopped immediately there. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Brad 38. Brad 38. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Now Dobbs. And he's got Moncrief. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Ohio. Ohio.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Caught here by Bell. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now Collins. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Let's go! 190! 190! Check! Check! Check!
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th. And Boswell's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll go again with Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Donald. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. On 1st and 10, Dobbs escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Dobbs now on second down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Found his target. It's Anderson. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Back to throw Dobbs. And this is caught at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They come out here in the eye. He'll get it up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. And he's got some space here. And he slides to avoid the hit. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give him 30 yards there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch the run! Watch the run!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Shazier. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Now the Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Gone! Detroit!
Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. His throw caught. What about the 5? And the step will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And how about this? It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Eifert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Bell. And an alley to run. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Dobbs is throwing. This is Bell on the dump off. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Nice 50, nice 50. Flex round! Flex round!
Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. Going deep from up. And this is taken in at the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take. It all the way to the 2. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Philly, here we go. Leopard, Leopard. Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Here we go, D.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
9 yards on the play and a 1st down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit, Ball pops out, incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
That's how we do it, baby.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Over. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Exit. Back. Detroit. 98 to Mike. Here we go. Watch.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Now let's go. Green 39. 90 is the Mike. Let's go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gone.
Looking to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Downs to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Let's go. Brad 38.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. He's going deep for Brown. Powering his way forward. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A toss play to Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here's Dobbs to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And Boswell's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Over the middle, complete. It's Ross. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! No. Check! Patriot!
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And the Steelers signal for another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun. All right, now, lucky 56. 56. Gone, 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 gone.
He's back to throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Gone, 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 gone.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. In for the score. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Now Hunt on the return. Oh, able to avoid him. And some space here. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Flex round, flex round.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. A gain of 39 that time. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in what you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And that'll be marked down as their 1st sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the 1st half. But now they've gotten their 1st sack here in the 2nd half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Flex round, flex round.
They'll look to throw. Goes underneath for Bell. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and script it.
And he's in for the touchdown, and barring a miracle, the extra. Point can win this football game. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through.